Well, you both mentioned some outstanding players. Garen, I think you mentioned Bakkies as man of the match for you. Right. Why don't you elaborate on that?
Yeah, no, it's fantastic to see Bakkies back on South African fields, after I think it's a 3-year absence. So, and he scored a fantastic try which had Newlands on their feet to a man, which was also great to see. Typical Bakkies, he was involved in pretty much every scuffle on the field as well, but that's what you come to expect from him. But he really led from the front. I think Victor Matfield would have been thrilled to be reunited with him, and vice versa. And they really put up a good performance, as the match went on. He got a standing ovation when he was replaced eventually. So for me, yes, even though there were other standout performances, I think he would have been my man of the match as well.
Rob, who's your man of the match?
Yeah, I suppose I did agree with the official verdict of Bakkies Botha as man of the match. I do a rating of every player after the game, and when I watched it again on television after seeing the game live, you sort of think, oh, maybe I'd sort of revise this guy up a little bit or this one a little bit down. But at the time, I gave Bakkies sort of an 8 out of 10, which I thought was pretty close to the sort of performance he delivered. I thought on the day he perhaps shaded Victor Matfield a little bit, although Victor led the team very well and did a few good things as well around the park. But Bakkies certainly did sort of hold up his hand again to just give the box that feeling of depth at number 4, especially with Eben Etzebeth, who'll probably come back into the starting mix or maybe not in the rest of the June window. That might be looking a long shot, but further down the line in the Rugby Championship, Eben Etzebeth might come into the mix. But it's good to know that somebody like Bakkies is still so capable of sticking up his hand. I also thought Willie Leroux had an excellent game at fullback. He was so integral to so many of the really clever Springbok backline moves. He just always seems to be there. He's always sort of lurking, drifting, putting himself into space or putting others into space. Really, really dangerous player, and carrying on where he left off last season, which was good to see.
Great, well thank you both. Garen, why don't you tell everyone who's watching how they can share any photos if they were at the game on the weekend?
Right, if you were at Newlands over the weekend, please send your pictures through to mysport@sport24.co.za. We've got a gallery up and we'd love to include your pictures as well.